Hey guys, back for another one. I figured why not? The narc is gone in the wake of such an awesome win, energetically and boundary wise. It's given me hope that not all situations with narcissists require complete, like obviously you have to establish boundaries with narcissists, and for some people in some situations, the only boundary that is healthy at the time to establish is one of absolute separation, absolute separation, complete isolation from that narcissist. A lot of times that's the only healthy way, especially if you have healing that needs to be done inside of you. You need to separate, because you're not going to be able to establish the groundwork inside of you to be able to stand up to their attacks. They're professionals at attacking people's energy and boundaries. So until you're able to establish strong ones within yourself, the best thing to do is to separate. I've had the fortunate ability to be able to deal with learning the boundaries, learning this whole thing, awakening, observing the patterns, being in the empath that I am, and being able to transmute such strong and active attacks against me, that I'm to the point where I realize that not all situations do require absolute separation and isolation from the narcissist. That as long as you are able to establish those healthy boundaries and keep them maintained, there can be an understanding that these are not crossed. And where this leads from here, we have yet to see. But I did get a confirmation 100 for that worked earlier. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my previous video, or like previous videos where I'm wearing the same t-shirt, kind of talking the same style, where I described the narcissistic episode and the boundary thing. Totally blown away. I can't believe that worked. I thought that dish in that cup was still going to be there, just as dirty as when he left it there. I didn't hear him turn on the water and actually clean it, lazy bastard. But you know, he doesn't even use soap. But disgusting. Anyway, I got swindled into cleaning his plate on Sunday after I had taken over the burgers, and it's a whole story. I got videos on that too, but it just so worked out that he ended up handing me his plate, and I took it, graciously, without skipping a beat. I was already doing dishes. I threw it in there with him. I flipped it over, and there was this crusty cheese from breakfast cheese, and it was there for a while. I'm like, well, it's on the bottom of the plate, but still, it just shows, it's just gross. I'm so glad I cook my own food, and I don't eat anything that is a product from him anymore. So it's all just, yeah. Anyway, establishing those boundaries with a narcissist, keeping them strong. Even if you do have to allow them back into your life, or they still have to be a part of your life in some way, keeping those boundaries and establishing them, knowing that it's healthy to have. They're gonna try and push and test and show you it's okay to give in because of this circumstance, or because it's they know your boundary. He knows I don't like washing his plate. He knows that I fully believe that he should wash his own plate. He knows that if he can trick me into washing it for him, that it's a win for him. It's a little game. If he can trick you into dissolving that boundary just for that one time, it makes it that much weaker the next time. And, maybe it wouldn't be that much of a stretch to do that every time. He would love nothing less than to see my breakfast go cold while I wash his dishes. That's the sick thing about it. Not having those boundaries will lead you to exactly that if you're not careful. That's, so don't take it the wrong way. Separate, isolate if you need to. But there is redemption, salvation in having those boundaries. And a good book that was recommended to me that I still haven't read fully, that when I was in rehab, and this name in this book is huge. It's like gospel in rehab. I've heard it, other rehab people from other rehabs talking about it. It's Codependent No More, Melody Beattie. It's huge if you're dealing with that sort of stuff, codependency, boundaries, sort of stuff. Highly recommended. So, sharing the win, coming on for another one, another quick one, and wow, I'm just still in shock that actually worked. But of course it did. You're standing in your truth. It's the narcissist would have you believe that you're not standing in truth, that you're, that they gaslight. They make you believe that you're thinking too much into it, or that that's a big nothing, that it's just fair is fair, and love and light and all that, even though narcissists have no idea what love and light is. But you know what I mean? Like, just that laissez, just, everything's good, and then next thing you know, they're sticking in the knife. Just attack. That's all they know, because that's the only way that they get their energy is by attacking boundaries. And the more you can stand up to it, the more they makes them not so scary to be around. But I understand fully wanting to separate initially. When you first discover, it's like, holy shit, I've been being attacked by a literal parasitic demon, a vampire of energy, a energetic vacuum. That's where all my love and joy and light has been going. And you're like, holy shit, I got to get as far away from this disgusting creature as I can and set up the walls and, then heal. And if you ever find it in your heart to open your heart back up to that person, just know that it's going to come with some very strong boundaries, and be ready to defend those boundaries, and be ready to walk away if they're not willing to respect those boundaries. And you can establish them, they can see that they're there, and if they still make it into a big thing, you got to have that cutoff point too. You got to say, this is obviously not aligned. Then I guess we're back to separation. But only you will know your own circumstances. So, coming up on 10 minutes. Thanks for joining me for this one. And the win, good to see you as always, and never stop spreading your light. I love you.